Martell Holt has never been a stranger to controversy, but the moment he snapped at Nell on Love and Marriage Huntsville, something felt different. This wasn't playful shade or reality TV theatrics. This was raw emotion spilling out in real time. You could hear it in his voice, see it in his eyes, feel it in the sudden silence that took over the room. When Martell accused Nell of betrayal, the energy shifted instantly. Smiles faded, conversations stopped, and everyone knew they were witnessing a breaking point. What made this moment so shocking wasn't just the accusation, it was how personal it felt. Martell wasn't yelling just to be heard. He sounded hurt, frustrated, like someone who had been carrying emotional weight for far too long and finally dropped it right there in front of the cameras. Viewers replayed the clip over and over, dissecting every word, every pause, every reaction from the cast. Was Nell really disloyal, or was this another example of Martell's past pain catching up to him? Because when you look closer, this confrontation didn't start that day. It had been building for weeks, maybe even years. To understand why Martell exploded the way he did, you have to understand the man behind the reputation. From the very beginning of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Martell was positioned as ambitious, confident, and outspoken. He wanted success, respect, and a legacy. But along the way, his personal life unraveled publicly. His marriage to Melody became one of the most talked about relationships on the show, and not for good reasons. Infidelity rumors, public arguments, and a messy divorce played out in front of millions. That kind of exposure changes a person. When your mistakes are broadcast on television and debated online, it leaves scars. Martell became known as the villain in many viewers' eyes. No matter what he did afterward, his past followed him. Every apology was questioned, every attempt at growth was doubted, and over time, that pressure started to show. Behind the scenes, Martell often spoke about wanting redemption, not just for the audience, but for his children. He wanted to rebuild his image, prove he was more than his worst decisions. But rebuilding while being constantly watched is a different kind of battle. Every friendship felt fragile, every interaction felt like a test of loyalty. And that's where Nell came in. Nell has always been seen as level-headed, the calm one, the mediator, someone who could move between different personalities without adding fuel to the fire. Martell believed she understood him, that she knew how hard he was trying to move forward. So when he felt like she crossed a line, it cut deeper than viewers expected. The main drama unfolded during what should have been a routine group interaction. On the surface, it didn't seem explosive, but beneath the smiles and polite conversation, tension was brewing. Martell noticed something that rubbed him the wrong way. A comment, an action, a moment where he felt Nell aligned herself with people he believed had already hurt him. To outsiders, it may have looked small, but to Martell, it felt intentional. And here's the twist. Martell isn't reacting to just one moment. He's reacting to everything that moment represents. Years of feeling exposed, years of being judged, years of feeling like the people around him don't fully have his back. When he finally spoke up, his words landed like a bomb. The accusation of betrayal wasn't casual. It was heavy, emotional, and deeply personal. You could hear the frustration shaking his voice as he confronted Nell. He wasn't just asking for an explanation, he was demanding accountability. The room went quiet, the kind of quiet that makes your chest tighten. Nell looked stunned. She didn't immediately defend herself. Instead, she seemed confused, almost hurt by how strongly Martell reacted. She tried to explain her intentions, but it was already too late. In Martell's mind, intention didn't matter. Impact did. He felt embarrassed, undermined, and worst of all, exposed again. Martell made it clear that loyalty is everything to him. When he believes someone he trusts moves in a way that makes him look foolish or weak, it triggers something deep inside. This wasn't anger for show. This was pain spilling out in front of people who weren't prepared for it. As the conversation escalated, other cast members attempted to step in. They suggested calming down, talking it out privately, but Martell wasn't interested in whispering. He wanted his feelings acknowledged right there in the same public space where he felt wronged. That's when he said it, that this felt like a slap in the face. Those words hit hard because they revealed the emotional layer beneath the anger. Martell wasn't trying to dominate the room. He was trying to be seen, understood, validated. Nell eventually apologized, insisting she never meant to hurt him. Her voice was calm, sincere, but it didn't immediately soften Martell. Apologies don't erase damage when someone feels repeatedly betrayed. To him, this wasn't an isolated mistake. It was another reminder that trust, for him, is always fragile. The confrontation ended, but the energy never returned to normal. Something had shifted. After that moment, Martell pulled back. The loud confidence he's known for was replaced with distance. Those close to him noticed the change immediately. He wasn't joking as much. He wasn't engaging the same way. He looked tired, emotionally drained. Behind closed doors, Martell reportedly questioned who he could really trust. When your life plays out on reality TV, friendships blur with alliances. People smile for the camera, but intentions aren't always clear. That uncertainty eats at you, especially when you're already carrying the weight of public judgment. For Nell, the situation wasn't easy either. She found herself at the center of backlash she didn't expect. Some viewers accused her of moving funny. Others believed she was unfairly targeted by Martell's unresolved trauma. Social media turned the confrontation into a battlefield of opinions. But the truth is, both were hurting, just in different ways. The emotional impact of that moment went far beyond a single episode. For Martell, it reopened old wounds. It reminded him how quickly trust can crumble and how fast people are to question his growth. For his family, especially his children, moments like this are a reminder that healing isn't linear. Progress doesn't mean perfection. Career-wise, the confrontation reignited attention around Martell. Clips went viral, discussions exploded online. Some sympathized with his pain, others criticized his delivery. But one thing was clear: people were watching again. And in a strange way, that attention forced Martell to reflect. In later moments, he appeared more self-aware, still assertive but more cautious. The explosion with Nell became a mirror, forcing him to confront how deeply his past still controls his reactions. Growth doesn't happen quietly on reality TV. It happens in front of an audience, with mistakes replayed endlessly. The question now isn't who was right or wrong, it's whether Martell can truly move forward without letting every perceived betrayal pull him back into old patterns, and whether Nell and the rest of the cast can navigate friendships where loyalty feels like a constant test. The powerful truth is this: Martell isn't just fighting others, he's fighting himself, a man he used to be versus the man he's trying to become. And moments like this show just how thin that line can be. Because when cameras stop rolling and the noise fades, what's left is a man still searching for peace, still craving understanding, and still hoping that one day his growth will speak louder than his past. And until that day comes, every confrontation, every accusation, every emotional outburst will continue to remind us just how fragile healing can be when your life is lived in the spotlight. This wasn't just a snap, it was a cry from someone still learning how to let go.